Here is yesterday's hike. I hiked from Peralta Road uh, off of 60. This is Peralta Road. Hiked from my house there and up through here. Now this is all construction. I've actually posted a video of the walk through here on the way up. But basically I went to Old Turk's Head. There's Turk's Head here. This is Old Turk's Head. It didn't. I went all the way up to the peak, as you'll see in the pictures, and I found a problem with Verizon and my Android. What happens is it has a little function that it actually checks your system to see if it's running. It does it every Monday at 2 o'clock if you don't change it. And so because it kicked in, my location stopped right here, and it kicked in at 2 o'clock. I was about here on 2 o'clock yesterday in the afternoon, and it kicked in, and then I had to turn it back on after I got down back here. So you can see that it says I was stopped for 2 hours, but that's not right. I did get up to the peak, and I've got some really nice pictures. I think you'll like them. Nice pictures of the peak, but it was a good hike. It says here I went how far? It says I went 9.74 miles, but because of this one here, which got lost somehow, the GPS got lost there, and this here, and I went an extra. This is almost an extra quarter mile up, so you know it's another half mile. So I went about 10 or 11 miles on this hike. Getting ready for the hike tomorrow on Wednesday, and we're going to be hiking even longer. So I wanted to make sure I could hike that length and do it. Let's fly it and see what you think. Here I got pretty good time. Of course, going across here, you know, I got time. Some, like I mentioned, some places here it freaked out, but I was getting, you know, 2 and 3 miles. But then you get here, and this stopped here. So, oh yeah, that's cool. I didn't know you could do that. It shows the average here. So average time here would have been about 2.5 miles, not counting here and not counting there. Let's do this one just for fun. That looks like an average time of about 2.5. So, you know, 2.5, yada, yada, yada. But anyway, that was interesting to know that you could do that. This is Google Earth. I really enjoy it. It doesn't have the updated version, and I'm not sure why. It says the image date is the 1st of last year, well, this year, I guess, and there was a lot more construction here than then, so the image is not quite what it says it is, but right now you'll see in the video there's a lot of construction here. I did have to hop a fence right here and then go up a road. There's a road in the back here, and then there's a road that cuts over through here. I did follow the road there and came up here. I did some bushwhacking, if I remember right, depending on which way I went up. I did bushwhacking on the way up here. And right here at this peak, there's kind of an interesting, I don't know if it's a memorial or something, but it's kind of interesting here. Right here is the trail split. I don't know where the other trail goes, but I think it goes over here. Let's take a look and see. See if I can see it. I don't know. I don't see any trail there, but anyway, there is some trails that go up through here, as you can see. This becomes the road here. This is the road that goes in between Old Turk's Head. This is Old Turk's Head. This is Turk's Head. There's only a difference of about 50 feet between the peaks. I think Turk's Head is about, and the locals call that, what do they call that? I can't remember, but it's another name. And this they used to call Turk's Head. That's why they call it Old Turk's Head now. Yeah, it was called Ship's Head. I think that was the name of it. So anyway, hiked up here. I actually got around here. It's it's interesting. I hung out here, I guess, maybe for, I don't think it was 2 hours. It says 2 hours, but I don't think so. It's probably between there and there was 2 hours, because coming back down, and if you, I went the high road here. Had I gone the way I went before, I went up here, and there's a lot of bushwhacking and, you know, the wash there. I basically went up really trying to stay high and going around this way, and I think that was a better way to go. So anyway, let's fly it. Boom, like he says. And all right, there's the path, and let's fly it. All right. Like I said, started from basically something's fairly close to my area. Let's get rid of this. Can I hide the sidebar? Yeah, there we go. Okay, now I had to hop a fence. Well, it's up here farther. Now I came back. This is the way I came back here. There is a road there now. It's a dirt road up here, and then it becomes a road. But we both meet here, coming back and down. That's where I had to hop the fence. At one time you just walk around, but this gentleman I think has put the fence back up. So I had to, it's a barbed wire fence, but it's down, and it's not down, but it's enough you can hop it pretty easily. So that's what I did there. Let's continue. Now right about here it's state land. Once you get out of the construction, I think it's state land. Let's speed it up a wee bit. Now you can see this is a straight line, and that wasn't accurate. Let's stop it a little bit and let it refresh. Yeah. Okay. You can see I went up a little. This is bushwhacking here. The other way is the road, I think. So went up the road here. In both cases, I went up the road. I got some really nice sunset pictures. This is the way. This is a trail here. Went up to the top here, and I got some pictures of the top of the hill there. But I followed the road back down because I didn't want to try to follow a bike trail, and it was getting kind of. It wasn't dark yet, but yeah, it was getting dark. Sunset. You'll see the sunset pictures. I started about what was it, 11:30, 12, and finished at 6:17. It says. So anyway, on the way up, I thought to say I started. It says 11:15. That's probably right. Yeah, 11:15. So we're going up here. Now here's that's where Lost Gold Mine Trail crosses. I think it's right here is where it crosses. This is in between Turk's Head. Let's stop it here. Let's go up a little bit, he says. Exit ground view. Yeah, let's do that. And go up here. And again, he says, this is Turk's Head. This is Old Turk's Head. It shows, as I mentioned, it shows I got up here. I think I followed pretty tightly here and then cut up here. And I did go over here. That's another, that's a 1/4 mile. So I probably added another 1/2 mile. And then this thing here is not a straight line. It looks like that was the one coming back. So let's continue to follow it. There's a little, yeah, maybe I should, well, anyway. Okay, and then it says I came back down then, but yeah, it was right at 2 o'clock when that's why that straight line's there, that they turned off my location. I had to turn it back on. So it went pretty well. You can see I crossed myself a couple times there. And then got back, I think I got back down the road up here a little bit. This is a path there, you can see the path. And this is, I followed it before I did some bushwhacking. This time I went over here thinking I could get back that way, and I didn't go all the way to the peak like I did there. So anyway, that was today's hike. Let's speed it up a little bit. Enjoyable, nice and long. A little bit of rocks on the top of OldTurk's head, but you know, enjoyable. Like I say, we're doing a long one tomorrow, so. And there we go, back to Peralta Hills. And you'll have to see the pictures of the development here. Incredibly what they're doing. They're building houses. I've never seen houses built so quickly. It's only been a couple of weeks since I've been back in there, and they've got about 10 or 20 different houses. So anyway, that was today's hike. Let's around you here. All right. I hope you enjoyed it.